What's up, Bills Mafia? We are so excited to keep going with the new episodes, and we are going to be starting with the new third episode of the season predictions, weeks 9 through 12. And I'm going to let Corey take it away with home against the Seahawks.
All right, hey, what's up, Bills Mafia? It's time for business. Week 9. High expectations for this season. Okay. Now, what kind of asshole would I be if I picked him to lose this game? This is the part of the schedule that's really rough on them, I feel like, too.
Yeah, it's tough.
I think
tough part.
this will put hair on our chest.
Mm-hmm.
This will put hair on our chest. This is the middle of the season. Okay, all the new parts at this point of the season should be acclimated.
Yeah.
Okay. The Seahawks are never an easy game to play.
No.
But it is easier to play the Seahawks at home than it is to play in Seattle. Now, keep in mind, there's no fans in the stands. Mm-hmm. It could change here when we play in Week 9, but I can't say for sure what way that's going. But so I'm going to do my answer if there isn't any people in the stands, okay? I'm afraid of Russell Wilson. Yeah. He is one of the best dual threat quarterbacks in the league.
He's elite. Oh, he's elite.
He's elite.
He's one of the best in the NFL.
One of the best quarterbacks.
Well, dude,
period in the NFL.
Their offensive line ranked 27th or something.
And he was still making shit
happen. He was getting pressured over 40% of his snaps. It hasn't happened for a qualified quarterback since 2012.
Numbers guy.
And you know it's an absurd number, and it just. I don't understand how he could have such success with such a shit team around him on offense. But I mean, wide receiver, yes, but he has no protection when it comes. And he's tiny. He's a small quarterback.
And who's their running back? Turbine?
Shard Penny, yeah.
Shard Penny.
Carlos Hyde they got as well.
Okay, better.
They got Carlos Hyde. Chris Carson.
Okay.
Sorry.
Not Carlson. Carson.
No, sorry, Chris Carson.
Okay.
Chris Carson, his name is.
So very middle of the pack running backs.
Yeah, they're no Zach Moss or Devin Singletary. They got Will Dissly. They got what is it? Who else do they have? They got.
They basically have like a pack of unproven.
They got DK Metcalf. They got TJ Lockett. They got some decent receivers over there, man.
All right, their running backs. The only one that is worth being afraid of is Carlos Hyde, in my opinion.
Yeah.
All the other players are average. Their wide receiver, like you were saying, Metcalf. Trey White and Metcalf, this is definitely one of those matchups where Trey White has struggled in the past with super physical wide receivers, super tall physical wide receivers. Do I think Trey White is up to the task? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like he's a fucking Julio Jones or like an AJ Green yet or anything.
No.
He won't like dominate a game. Yes, he's a good player. Is he good enough to beat Trey White? I don't think so.
No.
Who else is over there for them? Lockett?
Yeah, they got TJ
Lockett. So it'll most likely be Levi Wallace or Norman on Lockett. I hope it's not Norman because Tyler's a deep threat.
Yeah.
So it's probably Levi Wallace.
Yeah.
All right, and they got pretty good defense over there in Seattle.
They have Bobby Wagner. They have
they have
quite the linebacker.
Quentin Jefferson.
They have quite the linebacker room, though.
I heard Seahawks fans were mad over Quentin leaving.
Yeah, they have KJ Wright. They have Bruce Irvin.
Yeah, it's a good team.
They have some really decent pieces over there on defense. You know, they were ranked pretty high, I believe, last year as well. They've always been ranked pretty high. Pete Carroll's a great defensive coach.
I hate Pete Carroll, but goddamn, he's very good.
He knows his coach. Yeah, he knows his coaching and stuff overall. I think that the Bills are probably going to lose this game. I understand you have them at a win at home, and it's going to be quite the game, I think. I think that they have a very big chance to win, especially getting pressured. Russell Wilson will be something the Bills will be successful at doing.
If they don't get to Russell, they have no chance of winning this game.
Well, they need to get to... If they don't get to him against a terrible offensive line like this, then I don't know what to tell you.
They're not that good.
I mean, the one thing that Russell Wilson in Seattle is known for is the shitty-ass offensive line. Just like when Drew Brees has always been in New Orleans, it's the defense.
Rodgers in Green Bay.
It's a shitty defense.
And Rodgers in Green Bay always has the shit offensive line.
Yep, it's one of those things where a lot of these elite quarterbacks can't be even more elite because other pieces of the team are holding him back.
Or they might be overpaid and eating up all of the cap space, so they can't put money where these teams need it.
Russell Wilson definitely is getting paid.
He's getting paid
a lot of money and stuff, but
he's
at least earning his damn paycheck.
He is.
I'll say that the Bills are going to lose this game, though. I have him at 7-2 so far, and what would you have him as?
If we were playing in Seattle and there was fans in the stands, a loss, but I'm going to say that this is a prove-it game. There's going to be a lot of questions about the Bills at this point of the season, and I think this will be that game where the Bills will turn heads and be like, oh, wow, here are the Bills. They've arrived.
Yeah.
I'm going to say a win.
I have them at 7 wins then. That's a pretty good record so far. So
Yeah, absolutely.
then we go into week 10 and we're facing the Cardinals. So
This is tough.
I think that if we go and face the Cardinals, that it's going to be another very good game to play. So I'm excited. We're actually at the Cardinals at this time too. So
I don't know if there's fans in the stands or not. It could.
Yeah.
I know Arizona has bad numbers right now.
Yeah.
They have really bad
Yeah, they
numbers.
do.
They're in phase 1 or phase 2, so probably odds are there's no fans in the stands.
Yeah.
Murray's a great quarterback. He showed a lot of promise, and now they have the best wideout in the game, lining up with Larry Fitz. And I don't know, their third wide receiver.
Christian Kirk.
Christian Kirk. Literally, you can put any wide receiver in that spot where Christian Kirk is, and he'll tear it up. Because who in their right mind is caring about keeping a man on the fucking slot receiver of the Arizona Cardinals? Like, everybody's going to be on Fitz and Hopkins, where Kirk should have a pretty good season. If I'm a betting man, I would draft Kirk really early in fantasy in like round 6 or round 5, because he's gonna fucking show up this season.
Yeah. They did get Kenyon Drake as well.
Yeah,
they have him
they
at
got
running
Kenyon
back.
Drake.
So they lost David Johnson. He got traded obviously with D-Hop.
That was such a
the whole
great trade.
They
fleeced.
Arizona
fleeced
got
Houston.
Yeah,
They
Arizona
fleeced
got
them.
away with a steal of a trade on that one.
Their defense is getting better too, right?
Yeah, their defense was ranked 30.
Well, 30th.
They're ranked 30th in the run last year. They had a terrible run defense.
I think
last
that they
year,
did make moves by signing
Chandler Jones.
So Chandler Jones is pretty.
Patrick Peterson, obviously, you know they.
Well, who else is corner there? Nobody.
Their defense. They just have a lot of. They have Jordan Phillips now too. Obviously, Jordan Phillips signed. Yeah, Jordan Phillips signed there from the Bills, obviously too. So
okay.
Their defense. They need
getting there.
They need someone like Jordan Phillips though, because he's going to help stuff that run there. So
that at best is middle of the pack.
Yeah, but Jordan Phillips. So
he was good because he had good talent around him.
Talent around
so
him.
So now I'm interested to see if it's Jordan on the Miami Dolphins or if it's Jordan on the Bills.
Yeah, because you're gonna need. He needs to be elite on this type of defense. Because they're gonna need him.
They're gonna need him to plug up holes.
Yeah, because they're gonna. It's a rough defense, man.
Zach Moss and Singletary should have a heyday. It should run them down, honestly, and wear them out.
Yeah, I can't imagine that Singletary and Moss would be able to have a heyday. If anything, this will be a breakout game for Moss. If he hasn't had one already,
he should have one here.
This will be Moss's possible breakout game, because if he doesn't have one yet, this will be the chance for him to really show that he can play with the big boys, and why not do it better than a shitty ass defense like them? So, I think that besides Jordan Phillips, their defensive additions haven't impressed me too much
to uplift them to enough of a
team to really threaten us.
To threaten us on offense, because honestly, just if you match them up, who's all right? So it's going to be. It's going to be on Peterson.
Yeah, and Peterson.
I take Diggs in that matchup, honestly.
Yeah, and then anyone else besides with John Brown and Cole Beasley.
And then you got John Brown and Cole Beasley and Dawson Knox and a good running game. I don't think the Arizona Cardinals have enough talent on defense to match up with us, and I think that their offense is good. Trey White has showed he can play with Hopkins.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough game with
Wallace
Hopkins.
is going to have his hands full with Fitz. Yeah. I'm really worried about that matchup in general. I think it's a high-scoring game here, but I think that the Bills have a little more firepower on offense and enough of a defense in this matchup to just, at the end of the game, come up with a play or two to win the game.
This game might be a close one, but I
think the Bills are just a better team.
A lot of these games
are better.
A lot of these games in the NFL are obviously going to be close.
Yeah.
You know, they're obviously just a few
There's
plays
a lot
away
of parity in the league. But
there's a few plays in the game where obviously the
momentum
swings.
It's going to go either way.
So,
a call here or there.
Yeah, but overall, though, I think the Bills are going to be able to win this game. I think that they have a good chance. The offense, like I said, of Arizona is getting better. They have a lot of improvements. The D-Hop trade was such a steal. Bill O'Brien, again, showing his incompetence as a GM in my eyes. Good coach. Bill O'Brien could be a decent coach, but he's a terrible GM in my eyes.
Yeah, he needs to stop with the player moves, man. Yeah, the player, just leave it to someone
get someone else. Because you can't that's the problem with Bill O'Brien. You can't intertwine all that shit, man. You can't be a GM and a coach at the same time.
Because then you turn into the hockey Sabres here when there's people making player decisions that shouldn't make them.
They're unqualified for it, yeah.
And if they keep screwing up in Houston, man, it will add up over there.
Yes,
and
yeah.
I mean, they might lose Watson.
And,
I mean,
yeah, and
why would Watson play there long term if they can't even?
Exactly, though. And, he probably wishes he was Kyler Murray in Arizona right now, having a team that actually is trying to build around the quarterback and not just relying on the quarterback to do all the work. I understand they got Laramie Tunsil and stuff, but they had to overpay a ridiculous amount to the point where now they can't do anything to help Watson now. So I'm pissed off about Houston. That's for another day. But the Cardinals, I think that they are on the right track for next few years. They might be a contender in the NFC. But this year, I still think they have a lot of work to do, a lot of footing to get, a lot of experience to still grow as a unit, especially under Kyler Murray. I have him as a win for the Bills. I think that it's going to be a pretty easily win. So I have him at 8-2, I believe, so far. So that's a good win in my eyes. So what do you have him at so far, man, on this one?
I'm going to say a win here also. I think Arizona's just not as talented as Buffalo, and I think through 4 quarters of a game, I think it'll show. It's a win.
Yeah. So we go into that one with the win, and then we also go right to Week 11 with the San Diego Chargers. We are, let's see here, we are at home again against the Chargers as well, so that is going to be a good game. It's going to be, again, where I said about Tua with Fitzpatrick. Is it going to be Tyler Taylor, or is it going to be Justin Herbert, the incumbent veteran, or the new rookie coming in? So I don't know exactly who's going to start. It's going to be Week 11. I don't know, man. I hate when this happens with rookies and veterans. They always say the veterans are going to start. Then later on in the season, the fucking rookie always comes in.
The whole group here at Bills Mafia, we all know what Tyrod Taylor is. I love him personally. I'm a huge Tyrod guy, but I came to realize he has his shortcomings, and I think by Week 11, I think that the Chargers will probably see them too and notice that they'll probably drop out of the race at this point because they're in a tough division.
Everyone loves Tyrod until they start actually watching him play on that team, and then they start seeing how average he is. They go by the numbers all the time, and yeah, he has decent numbers. I'm not gonna lie, guys. But everyone watches him. If you're a Bills fan, you've watched him play as a Bills,
over and over.
You know how average he is. We all have seen the average play that Tyrod brings to a football team. He's not gonna lose you a football game, but he is damn sure not gonna win you one. He has proven it time and time again. Josh Allen in 2 years has had more comeback wins than Tyrod Taylor has in all the years he's been. And the NFL is a total problem. It's ridiculous. He's got benched for pick or dick. I understand that was not right, but he has a definite chance to lose his job to Justin Herbert, and that is not a joke.
Yeah, definitely. They're comparing Herbert to Allen as like Herbert. Like
comparing him to Allen.
Herbert needs time. Herbert needs time.
Oh yeah, Okay.
That's what they like. When Allen was coming out, he had that big arm, not very accurate. Like he's like athletic and stuff. That's what they're saying about Herbert too, and he needs time, and especially with the virus and everything, he's not going to have enough time to like learn stuff, in my opinion.
Anthony Lynn likes Tyrod Taylor too.
Yeah, so
he's done a so-so job.
As long as they're 500 by Week 11, then he should play Tyrod.
Yeah, I think we'll
as
play
long
Tyrod
as they're not bombing the season.
Yeah, but
Tyrod will probably
Tyrod
play.
will never. The thing is, though, too, Tyrod wasn't even doing that bad when he got benched for pick or dick.
No.
So I hate the. I'm not saying Tyrod is going to deserve to get benched over Herbert, but if he has any sort of like shortcomings, man, teams especially nowadays with the fan base and how they pressure the team to start the rookie,
win right away.
They want to win right away. Play the rookie if the starter's not doing what they expect him to do. It happens so fast too, and it's a lot of pressure. I could imagine being Anthony Lynn trying to figure out who to start and what to do for the fan base, because Justin Herbert's that new guy that everyone wants to see play, but Tyrod Taylor's a safe pick, and Herbert is needs a lot of work to do. Anthony Lynn has done a so-so job as a head coach too, so I feel that he's going to be under the hot seat soon if he doesn't get some wins, and he's going to feel the pressure of starting Herbert if Taylor starts doing any type of even 500 type work, man.
There's definitely talent in
especially
on that roster.
Especially with that 7th position though in this playoff spot, they're definitely going to be pressured.
There's going to be a lot of pressure in that division.
Sorry about that.
In that division, at Denver too, who put together a nice offseason, and then you have the obvious team in the Chiefs there. I feel like the Chargers have a tough road ahead of them right now.
Yeah, they do.
It's really tough division. They have a hard schedule too. If the Bills are playing Tyrod Taylor or Herbert, I'm going to say right now it's a Bills win.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of either quarterback, and I just think
they have
their defense is good in San Diego.
Yeah,
that was pretty scary.
They have Joey Bosa lead the pack. They're
And
very
Ingram
good.
and shit like
yeah,
that.
they have a
So-
pretty stout defense for sure, man. Yeah,
So
definitely top 10.
low-scoring game, like a game that we're typically fond from seeing of
Mm-hmm.
Tyrod. I think there's just too much talent in Buffalo for
They
them
have,
to beat
their
us.
offense is so average too. They have Keenan Allen as their wide receiver, and he's just been serviceable. I wouldn't say he's just been like a flashy guy. He's just been serviceable throughout his career so far. Hunter Henry had a great year. He was doing some pretty good things as a breakout tight end, I would say.
And then they have I think they lost a running back, and now they have
Austin Eckler.
They have Eckler. So
Yeah, Austin Eckler.
He's actually an upgrade over.
He's a good running back.
He's an
I like
upgrade
him.
over who was in there, honestly.
Yeah,
in my
so
opinion.
yeah, I mean, I like Austin Eckler. They have pieces there and stuff, but I don't see them having the chemistry yet.
Not yet.
Especially the hardest thing about a team in the midst of a bridge year is the quarterback controversy of trying to figure out when the right time to start the quarterback is or the rookie quarterback or the veteran. I can only imagine how we've been here obviously plenty of times. We know how difficult it is to know when the right time is. I personally think the Bills are going to face Tyrod. I give it a win. Anthony Lynn seems like one of those coaches where he's willing to lose his job as long as it's for the betterment of the team. It seems like so. I feel he's not going to face the pressure the same way as other coaches do. So I would give it a win. We go into Week 12, which is again a really tough matchup. We're going to San Fran and we're facing the 49ers, man.
I don't know about this one.
Yeah, I don't know about this one either. We're facing, the second of the two Super Bowl teams again that made the appearance. We faced both of them. This is the second one now, so they have a killer defense. They have Kyle Shanahan, who is just an offensive mastermind. I don't know, man. I don't know. This is gonna be a tough one.
I think we have more of a chance in this game than playing the Chiefs.
Yes, yeah, I would say so. It's because we fit our
we match up well playing
our
San
strengths.
Fran.
Our strengths fit their weaknesses well. Yeah.
Yes. So, I already had them losing to the Kansas City Chiefs. I think if things shake right in this game and we're a healthy team here, I think the Bills in this game, this is another prove-it game to tell everybody we're here. I think the Bills win this game in a very close game, like a three-point game, I think.
I mean, it's going to be a tough one because they, they just have such a good
They're
roster
loaded.
on San Fran, Yeah, I remember last year who they have. They lost some of their running backs and stuff. I get it, but they still have Tevin Coleman. Who they lost? Matt Breida. They lost Matt Breida, but they still have Tevin Coleman, who I understand he had like a down year a little bit. But they have who's the running back? Kittle. They have Kittle there, and he's just an absolute beast.
Kittle is their tight end, actually.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Tight end. Tight end. Yeah, sorry.
Running back for the 49ers.
It's just Tevin Coleman, though.
Yeah, it's just Coleman right now.
Yeah, I just don't know. I don't see anybody else really that's shaking out right now. Jerick McKinnon, Raheem Mostert. Raheem Mostert was okay.
So
but
they're decent at running back,
Yeah.
but it's nothing that we can't stop, honestly.
Yeah, so I don't see anything being too much of an issue on offense. At least for the Bills to stop
the
them on
main
offense
problem
this
is
year.
scoring on them, honestly. So
Yeah.
it's more than likely it's gonna be a very low scoring game. So
Yeah.
I mean, those are the type of games though that Sean loves to play. Sean McDermott loves playing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he
Low-scoring
does.
games like that.
Yeah.
I think win right here.
Yeah,
I'm going to honestly say a win right here. It's a prove-it game.
I'm going to have to say a loss only because I just know that they've had the experience now. Do I think that the San Francisco 49ers were as good as last year as their record and everything indicated? No, I think they were a little bit less, but they had a hell of a run last year and they had some things go their way. And they're still a good team. There definitely should be something to be respected with. Their defense is stout. I love watching them play too. They're like one of those teams that you just enjoy watching play because they're built the right way. I feel they're just built with Kyle Shanahan and Jimmy Garoppolo. Got a great deal for them. I'm not gonna lie, getting Jimmy G from the Patriots for that type of steal makes me love him a little bit more, obviously, because they absolutely. You don't really see Bill Belichick lose too many trades, but seeing him lose that type of trade just makes me feel so good because you could tell too that Bill did not want to lose Jimmy G. You could see it in his eyes, or in that trade that he did not want to lose him. He gave him away for basically nothing. So, man, just what a trade for San Fran. And who's their GM now? I forgot their GM name.
I don't even know his name.
Oh God, John Lynch or something like that.
Oh yeah, Lynch. Okay.
Yeah, John Lynch is their GM, and he's been
making good moves.
The thing is too, a lot of these things have just fallen into his lap because he used to be a player. So I understand, like, if you're a player, you kind of understand like the ins and outs of football operations, but he kind of just got a lot of things handed to him. He had a great coach come in, and he's been absolutely killing it so far. I'm happy that he's had the right players come in and do the right things, and he's been a good GM and a good coach for them. I think it's a McBean combination for him over there, and Shanahan and Lynch are just a great 1-2 punch over there. I feel like they get along well too. You can see the camaraderie showing on the team, even in their bad games that they have. I think that they do some good stuff, man.
All right, so who got them at a loss? I have them at a win in that game.
I think the Bills are going to be right up in the top of the AFC East hunt as well at this point.
Yeah, at this point, we all know we're making the playoffs, but
yeah, it's just where now what's going to happen. Now. Yeah, we gotta. Yeah,
we have to put ourselves in a good playoff position.
I think by week 12, you're right. We're going to know whereabouts the playoff.
We're going to know who we are at that point.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
Where we're going. Here.
Yeah, because the last 4 games is going to be where we play in the playoffs and where we seed. Because that's going to be the most important part of these last 4 weeks coming up. In my
matchups and everything.
Well, that's going to do it for this episode, guys. We can't wait to show you the last 4 games of the season and show you what the outcome will be for our season predictions. Have a good one, guys.
Go Bills.
Go Bills, baby.